and I just really felt uncomfortable. You have to process more information. So you may have other students who think like you and really want to sit down and do their work. You may have some students who are smart, but they're embarrassed about doing their work. You may have some students who absolutely do not care about school. You may have some students that I care about school, but I don't understand what's going on. So you have all of these different levels that you're having to process, and it's just like I gotta be on my P's and Q's at all times. I can be laughing at somebody over here, and this person over here is looking at me upside my head. They don't like me. Why don't you like me? You know, it's like that's what was shocking to me. Like, because we grew up, I think we was on the same street. We elementary school, we always liked each other. Like it just wasn't an issue. Even if you got into a fight, it was because you said something you had no business saying. We fight and then we'd be friends the next minute. But when we got to middle school and got around all these other people,
new people that we didn't grow
up with, it's like, why don't you like me? Like what happened? Why don't you like me?
Stacia, even it was she's really fair skinned. I guess I'm being politically correct. You know what I want to say. But and so people had trouble with the fact that she was so fair skinned, and some people probably thought that she was thought she was better than or whatever. But I grew up with her, and so I was like,
I never knew that. Like I never processed that until I think somebody finally called me white.
Some kids thought she was white.
I don't want to say his name just in case.
Kids would ask me, "Is she white? Is her mom white or something?"
Yeah, that's what they thought. They thought my mom was white.
What you do to her?
She's right.
Let's just say the chalkboard will never be the same.
Yeah, but I knew that she and I couldn't wear the same makeup. And things like that. And we had to have different makeups, but she was my sister and whatever in her life. She was a black girl to me. I saw her as a black girl, but I didn't realize that other people who didn't grow up with her would wonder, why is her skin so much lighter?
It was never an issue when we were growing up, but once we got to middle school.
And they focused on her and stuff. To me, it just made her beautiful. And so I just didn't think like that, but some people just focused on it. And there's a stigmatism in the black community that the fair people think that they're prettier, or we think that they're prettier, or something like that.
And it's crazy that you talk about that, because like when I think about it, the white people, it's like they don't go
they don't
through
even
that.
care.
They and they're
it's all like
they one time they were like, yeah, we can't, and I don't discount that they don't have this, but they were like, blondes get a worse rep than brunettes, and like black person.
I was going to say they do have colorism, but it's more related to their features. It is. If you have blonde hair and blue eyes, blue-eyed white men, they're better than dark-haired men. That's the bottom line. Blonde women tend to get married sooner than brunette women. I mean,
it's the blue eyes too, like
the blue eyes.
Blonde hair, but I guess it's more in the black culture. I don't know if it's more not petty stuff, but it's just more simpler. Not simpler stuff.
Well,
but I guess it's
know what it is? It's generational. Generationally ingrained in us that if you were lighter skinned, you were treated better, so you didn't suffer as much. And even though I want to love you, there's no way that I can love you because you didn't have to sleep outside last night. You see what I'm saying? You didn't get beat till your bones show. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's and this is a whole nother topic that we're gonna have to come back to. Right, but generational trauma impacts us in ways that we absolutely do not know. Right. So that girl that looked at me across the room, we didn't have text and stuff like that. A sheet of paper came across the room. I don't like it. I see it right there. Maybe out school. It was like, well, I never understood why you don't like me. You see what I'm saying?
That she said that because I remember in ballet. That's probably why it was this girl and her name was I won't say her name. But
don't you go find her?
She just didn't like me, and I asked her. I was like, "Why don't you like me?" She was like, "I just don't like you." I was like, "That don't make no sense." I was like, "That don't make no sense." I was like, "Well, okay then. I mean, I can't do nothing about it, but it doesn't make sense that you don't like me."
But this happened at church one time. We were grown. I had babies and everything, and every time I said something in Sunday school, this girl would pop out. I mean, every single time. Every single time she would pop out. So finally, the Sunday school teacher called me. She said, "I just want to make sure you're okay." I said, "You know what? I'm not. I don't know why this woman doesn't like me. I don't get it." Well, later on, she came back and apologized. She did. She said, "I had no reason not to like you. But if we really sit back and think about it, she was a darker skinned sister, and I was a lighter skinned sister. You see what I'm saying? So I wonder if, like I said, subconsciously there are things in us that maybe we don't even realize that we pick up and transfer over that I think your generation could overcome. Let me ask you this: what is your hope for your generation? What is your hope? No more concerns, no more negativity. What is your hope? What do you think tethers you that I can keep going? I can make a difference. Stacia, you start. Stacia. You got to think.
Yeah.
You want to pass?
Yeah, I'll pass it right now.
Pass it on.
Oh man, I'm Pastor Taylor.
You need to love it on.
Let's give us hope.
Yeah.
What is your hope? What's tethering you now to say we're gonna be okay?
I think maybe because people are more open to talk. I wouldn't say everybody's open to more talk, but when you're explaining like how my struggle was, and it's not in comparison or to compete with somebody, it's just like, hey, I understand you went through this, I went through this too, or I went through something different.
And
Let's
it's
be,
okay.
and it's okay. I just think there's a lot of competition on,
Who struggles worse?
who struggles worse, and then who can make it, and like who's gonna get there. And if we could just all just live our lives without having to compare to everybody, like to, especially in art, and because in the Black community especially, we're still having the sentence, the first Black person has done this,
Right.
or the first Black woman has done this, or the first Black man has done this.
Too late for that.
It's right, and it's just like,
50 years
why
ago.
can't, and it's just like, and we're getting out of this, what is it, the 400-year,
Post.
post-slavery, and it's just like, what we're trying to do is make a name for ourselves, and we're trying to do it, and sometimes it's in competition with each other, because a lot of times they'll be like, who do you like more, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, or who's better, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, and we're always pitting people against each other. I just feel like if we all just we're good with a come up, and we're good with each other's success, we'll be able to prevail much more than if we're in competition all the time, because it's always like, who's better than who, or who can make it better, and it annoys me to see that all the time, because why can't we all be good? Why can't we all be better? You know what I mean?
You're like, okay.
Yes.
So that's what I hope to see of our generation.
Okay.
It's just like,
The elimination of comparative living.
yeah.
I feel Stacia.
But I like the millennials that you guys don't shame people the way,
Yes.
in certain ways
Yeah.
that we did.
I think our generation is more open-minded.
And I think that
Accepting
is
people
like,
for who they are.
Accepting people for who they are and accepting things as they are, not trying to challenge it all the time. But I tell you, this is how I feel. I can't if you tell me she feels some type of way about something I said, I can't tell her that she shouldn't feel that type of way.
Right.
I have to just accept this. I think that our generation is, I won't say that all of us are all the way there, but I think there is a majority that is more open-minded and willing to accept things, people, and everything as they are.
Okay.
One thing we haven't talked about today is relationships.
Oh yeah.
And your generation, I think, does a good job with relationships, with picking people that are themselves and allowing people to be themselves in their relationships, not just male-female relationships or romantic relationships in your friendships.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna disagree on that because y'all are hard on each other. Y'all would toss each other in the trash so fast.
I think so too.
It bothers like that.
Like on
one thing
Facebook?
about your generation that bothers me. I don't see any young ladies today that has a friendship like we had. Not a single. I haven't met a single person.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't have a single young lady in my life right now that has a friendship that she's had. No.
Because even my mom has that.
See.
Has a close friend that's in Mississippi.
Yeah.
But when they come back, you cannot separate.
I-
Right.
Time doesn't matter. Yeah, time doesn't matter if how long we've been apart. We're still.
No, we can. And we don't. And we'll say, "Girl, you ain't kind in 6
See,
weeks."
the problem for me with making friends has always been that, like, we moved. So, like, my dad was in the Navy, and, like, when he first got out, we went to Houston, and
Right.
we came back, and then we moved to Grand Prairie, and so it was like, I've always been kind of, like, moving.
Transient.
And so it's kind of, before you get a car, like, I can't just
Right.
go see my friend.
Right.
So it's like, I see her now, and it's like, that will forever be my best friend, but we just don't have that relationship anymore because when I was 10, I moved to Grand Prairie, and she
Right.
was still in Fort Worth.
Right.
So, and but I think now, like even in college, like I think about like the friendships that I have, and I'm like, I feel close, but I think I don't have like, I think everybody has like that one, at least that one friend that like, I think about that all the time. Like, I don't have that friend.
That person,
And
yeah.
see, I only have one friend from kindergarten. We're still friends, and we pick up like nothing has changed.
Yeah.
I don't have any friends from high school anymore, and all my right, and then all my friends are from college. Those
Them your
are
people.
yes.
Yes.
Like I just told them today, I was like, I love y'all, right?
Yeah.
Like
I miss y'all.
yeah, because it's just like for the first time ever, I wasn't judged by what I wanted to do with my career. I was respected right off the bat. You know, I was able to speak my mind and not get dogged on for it. And I was able to be goofy because I laugh a lot and I crack jokes. And a lot of people from my high school took that as we're not going to take her seriously because she cracks jokes. But I do want to be taken seriously, and when I ask for it, it's given to be taken seriously. You know what I mean? And so like it was way more mature friend group going in, and it was way more diverse. Like I have one friend, she's from Palestine. I have another friend, he's from Puerto Rico. I have I don't want to say where she's from because I can't remember. But it's just so much more diverse.
Geographically.
Yeah, geographically it's way more diverse, and it's just like they're coming from different backgrounds, and some of them are like, you know, way different. They've been through, I got one from Jamaica, that's where she's from, Jamaica.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's crazy that we've all come and we're all friends, and then it's us, and then it's another big group. So
Yeah.
it's like, we're all trying to reach the same goals, which I don't think, especially going to art school, I don't think any of my friends from high school understood that going to art school is different. It's got different requirements. It's still rigorous. Like they didn't understand that it was rigorous. They thought, oh, it's art school. It's arts and crafts. You just slapstick. You just draw all day and that's it. No, I'm up at 1 a.m. trying to write this paper because guess what? We had to write another paper yesterday. Same word length, different topic. And we have to have requirements in it. So we have to have like 5 semicolons in it, you know, different writing grammatical principles inside the essays. And it was just like my friends from high school didn't understand that, and it was just like I wasn't respected, and they didn't even know my major. I come in and I'm telling them all I'm doing, and they're like, boy, you're majoring in writing and photography. Like, it kind of like went over their heads. And I'm like, y'all don't know what I'm doing here. Like, I remember one time I was sitting in the friend group and I was sitting on the floor. I looked around. I was like, they don't know me. Like, we're not friends. Like, I don't feel like we're friends anymore. And I was sitting there and I was like, this is real sad. I was like, you know what, guys, I think I'm gonna just go home. And I came home because I just wasn't feeling like I was a part of the friend group. Now, my friends in college, they put me in the GMs. They call me, hey, we're finna go out. You want to come with us? They would be like, hey, we're finna go eat. Do you want to do this? Or hey, can we come over to your place so we can all do homework? It's more.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, or they reach out and they call and they're like, or if I don't, check in every now and then, they respect that I need my space, and it's like. It's so much more different and it's so much more appreciated. I remember one time, I came home. We had it was like one big sleepover, or like not a sleepover. It was one big like study group. I came home. I sat on my bed in my dorm, and I just started crying because I actually had friends, and it was genuine like happiness. I was like, I got friends, and I'm confident in these friends that will stay friends, and
They just want you to be happy.
yeah, and they just want me, and they want to see me do good, and it was just like. This is what I needed. Going to college is what I needed.
Do y'all think with y'all generation now, do y'all think that, and it may not be y'all here, but do y'all think that y'all generation, people in y'all generation throw the friend word too quickly? Because
Yes.
compared to I always from my generation, it was always like associates. And you're a friend it's a difference, but do y'all feel like people use that word too loosely?
Especially BFF.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the best friend, like the best friend and all that. I definitely feel like people use that. I think like the friends, I feel like they kind of use it just like as a general term, just because. So like something that mom's always telling me, she's like, you have different groups of friends, and you have levels to your friendship.
Right.
So like you can be my friend. Like me and Chance are friends,
Right.
but we're not
Hanging out.
We don't hang out all the time. So like I think we kind of use it as like a collective term for all the levels of our friendship.
Gotcha.
So that rather than just kind of like we know what it means to us when I say that you're my friend.
Okay.
But now bestie,
That's
everybody is not
Not
your
a
bestie.
bestie. Alexis, did you have a transition from friend types going from a majority